Okay, hello, talking to Jerry Fuller today. How are you doing, Jerry?
Good.
Couple of things. Where did you work? The bentonite plant?
Yes, in Belfouche, there, American Colloid.
American Colloid. Okay, I didn't.
It was a bentonite plant that when we made it, the bentonite, of course, was used for oil drilling. And it's a clay that comes out of the ground and refined. Well, then the oil drilling went down, so then they come up with the kitty litter.
Uh-huh.
And the kitty litter was the poor grade of bentonite that you could use to get by, because it had to be a clump for that, and it worked out very well. And then we did this in quite a few states, and they owned 26 plants throughout the United States. I think it was 26.
Did you ever travel?
Yeah.
Where did you go?
I went to England. We went over there 2 sessions to England, and it was 6 weeks at a time. We'd go over for 6 weeks and come back, and then another crew would go over.
What year was that?
That would have been in probably 90, right around the 90.
90? Okay.
Yeah, and
So England, what did they have bentonite fields there, or what?
well, no, this was for the making casting, used bentonite to make castings for Ford Motor Company and General Motor Company.
No, what do you mean castings? What?
To make the gears and for the GM and Ford and Dodge used all that bentonite because it wouldn't burn up, and they'd pour their molds in and to that. And so England was very strict on workers over there, and so we being non-union, my boss said we could build a plant in Belfouche, South Dakota, and ship it to England, and then go over and reconstruct it, and which we did. And when we got it all done, we'd saved the company $750,000.
Wow. Okay, now back up. I got to get this straight. You built the plant in Belfouche, South Dakota.
Right.
Then you probably put it on rail or trucks or something, shipped it over to a shipping port.
Right.
Shipped it over to England.
Right.
And then you went over there and reassembled it?
Right, with a crew of my boss, and there was like 6 of us.
Wow, how big a plant? What?
It was probably, let's see, I think it was 2-story. Yeah, I think it was 2-story, and then it was to hold and then ship the product in there, and then they'd refine it and stuff.
Then they would do the casting over there in that new shop or building that you built for them, and the molds and all of that. Would they actually make the molds there, or they just casted them?
They just got casted. I think then they went. The material went to the caster, to General Motors.
To General Motors, whoever. Yeah, gotcha. So the bentonite it'll be hard enough that it would hold the mold, but it also would not burn. So you could put in 1,000 or 2,000 degree mold. Okay, so they would pour like aluminum.
Yeah, or whatever the case might be.
Wow, that's interesting. Yeah. And you did 2 tours of that.
Yes, well, yeah, it took us, one crew went over, well, let's see, 4 or 6 weeks. That'd be about 6 months it took to reconstruct it.
Okay.
Because there were 6 of us, I think, that went over there for 6 weeks. And then we came back, and 6 more went over. And then they came back, and then we went back, and then they went back.
What did you think of England?
I'll tell you, we were treated with royalty over there.
Good.
And that was, we flew into Manchester, and then it was in the Liverpool area.
Okay, okay.
And they treated us, we couldn't ask to be treated any nicer.
Wow. So it was a good experience.
It was, yeah.
Did you get any extra pay or anything
No,
like that?
we just worked long hours, so that would have been the...
Extra pay for
Yeah,
that.
right.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
anything over 40 was time and a half, and then
So-
Sunday was double.
So at that time too, though, you were married. What was your wife's name?
Loretta.
Loretta. But your children were grown.
Yes.
They
yes.
were all adults.
Right.
And so,
But the company also paid to ship the wives over there for
Really?
about a week's tour.
wow.
So they got to go over there one time.
One time.
Yeah.
Well, that was a pretty good deal,
It was
though.
very nice of them. And see, all that expense was built into and still saved that kind of money. So,
No, I think that's an excellent idea.
yeah, it was. And we had, and like I say, the people over there just treated us with royalty, really, you might say. And because we took a lot of jobs,
Right.
you know, with us being over there, that they would have had to hire
Right.
contractors, you know,
Somebody else to build
do.
it. And,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, that's an interesting story.
Yeah.
So, all right, Jerry, that'll do it for today, and we'll start another interview.
Okay.
Thank you very much.